Boys, this is Coach Chris, and even though I have not met some of you yet, I am excited about what this season has to offer us. So, welcome to Soccer Conditioning. And I emphasize the word conditioning in that sentence because this is not skill training, it's not agility training, and it is definitely not ball handling or training in how to shoot. The next few weeks are designed to get you into the condition which will best prepare you to compete on a soccer field during a full-length middle school soccer match. You are out of shape now, every single one of you. And if you're not already convinced of that fact, by the end of one of the coming workouts, you will discover otherwise. I guarantee it. Several weeks into this, you will sleep really, really good at night. Now, that's not meant to intimidate you or to scare you away from our soccer and conditioning. It's actually meant to encourage you to understand that every single thing that we do at conditioning and in the coming practices will have purpose, direction, and meaning. And when you play the first 30 minutes of our very first game, you will be glad for the hard work that you put in now during our conditioning time. You just ask any of the guys who are a part of it last year, including some of the players that are now playing varsity. It is good to put in the work, and it will pay off when it is game time. Our workouts will primarily involve running, and lots of it. We're going to do interval training, we're going to do speed work, we're going to do sprints, and we're going to do distance, all mixed together. And this is going to provide you with a really strong base to be able, hopefully, to outrun every other player and beat every other player to the ball every single time this coming season. You will never have a chance to outplay another player with your footwork, to beat a goalie, to run around the defender, to beat an attacker, if you can't get to the ball or get to the play. And the foundation for that is to be able to run fast, and to be able to recover and run fast again and again and again for 40, 50, 60, 70 minutes. That is what soccer is. It is hard sprints followed by short jogs where you have to recover while you're still moving. You don't have much time to sit still on the field. So conditioning is critically important. So it may not seem like a lot of fun now, even though we're going to mix some fun in with it. When you're doing sprints for the 10th or 12th time across the field or around the field, it's going to hurt. Your side is going to hurt. You're going to want to walk. You're going to want to cheat. But you're not going to do it because you know it's going to pay off. In short, our conditioning will train you to get to the ball and get into position faster than anyone else on the field, and I promise you it will be worth it. Finally, I want to leave you with a small thought. In our lives, as young men, as growing adolescents, and as adults, we will never really get far if we make a habit of cutting corners, trying to make it a little bit easier when nobody's looking. And that starts on the soccer field every time you step out there during conditioning. That field has lines, and where those lines come together at the edges and the ends of the field, those are corners. And you're not going to cut those corners when we're running laps, because it doesn't do anybody any good for you to cut a corner. So when you're running, and you're running around our field, I want you to run all the way around the corners. Not just your feet, not just your ankles, not your knees, not your hips. Your entire body should clear that corner every single time. That is the foundation of integrity, is doing what you're supposed to do when no one is looking and no one will ever notice. That's integrity. And so we're not going to cut corners on our field, and we're not going to cut corners in our practice, and we're not going to cut corners in our games, and we are not going to cut corners in our lives. So, integrity and commitment start today with our conditioning. And remember, whatever we practice becomes permanent. So practice perfectly, practice with integrity, and practice with commitment. Again, this is Coach Chris, and I can't wait to see all of you very soon.